Greetings everybody, I am Brian D0313. Welcome to a special story time episode. This episode is called Final Fantasy and it was created by yours truly, Brian, and it was also illustrated by yours truly, Brian, and I created this back in when I was in elementary school back in the 90s. Now back in the day and still to this current day, I am big on medieval role-playing and fantasy, so that's why I wrote this story. This story has a lot of has some stuff between like Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior and a few other things. Now I forgot when I actually wrote this. I believe I wrote it maybe fourth grade, but you can gauge by what the title of the final chapter is. Like it's definitely made. I definitely wrote this after Final Fantasy IV came out. So yeah. Now, there's a lot more background between this story. There's a lot more that's actually going on that I came up with, but it didn't make it to this story. The reason being is that, well, for one thing, I wrote this story back when we had I think what was it, Windows 3.0, and it was written on some sort of interesting program. I think it's called Storytime Writer or something like that. And I wrote it on there. That's where this version came from. And then one day I decided to, I think I will actually edit this and make it better and improve it. Which I was working on improving it using the fantasy that was in my head. Yeah, it was a little crazy back then. But using my little fantasy to improve it. But just what happened. I believe the computer got corrupted. And I lost it forever. So sad. So sad. And now, for some weird reason, to this day, right now, in my current present time, I can't really fantasize about those cool aspects of fantasy back in the days. I think I just lost my creative mind, which is sad because it was a great story. But back to Final Fantasy. Once again, it is written by Brian, illustrated by Brian, and our main characters are Jason and Brian. What kind of name is Jason for a main character? And why would I put my name second? So yeah, Jason was a person that was one of my classmates back in the day, so that's why I used his name. So Jason and Brian are our heroes of the story. So we're on to page 1, or 2, something. We're on to the table of contents. Okay, so let's see. We got chapter 1. Actually, there's something there. We're kind of missing something here. There's actually the prologue that comes right before this, but yeah, who cares? I'm not judging it. So let's see. We have chapter 1, Finding a Ship, and that's on page 3. Chapter 2, The Fiend of the Earth, and who might that be? We shall find out soon enough. And that's on page 8. Chapter 3, Finding the Airship. Yeah, there's airships in this story, and I love airships. I'm so addicted. I'm addicted to the old medieval airships, not these new crazy futuristic airships. I wasn't really a fan of Final Fantasy VI's airship. I like it when it's made out of a ship in Final Fantasy 1. I don't know, up until Final Fantasy 5. And the airship from Super Mario Bros. 3. That thing was awesome too. So we find the airship in chapter 3. Chapter 4, The Tail. Yeah. We gotta prove our courage and something like that. I forgot why we got the tail, I think. Maybe power, courage, I don't know. Chapter 5, The Fiend of the Water. Gotta watch out for that bitch. Chapter 6, The Final Crystal, and Chapter 7 is Battle Against Golbez. Not Golbez, Golbez. Yeah. So as you just see, this story was at least written after Final Fantasy IV came out to the US. Back in the day it was called Final Fantasy II. So let's get to the prologue. Next page, and you can see my little cool, awesome graphics. This was kind of how I drew characters back in the day, just see how the legend circle. And as I said, I always love this medieval stuff. Hopefully people could read what they're saying. So let's see. On to the story. So let's see. One day back long ago, a king named Arthur ordered one of the guards to get the 4 best warriors. Yes, the 4 best warriors. Now, we go back to the title and said there's only 2 main characters. So who are these other 2 characters? We shall find out soon enough. So this guy in the green, I guess he has to go find the 4 best warriors. So let's see. We got the king. Guard, get the 4 best warriors. All right. And he's pretty excited there. Look at him. And he's got blue hair too. It's pretty cool. I wish I had blue hair. So let's see. So when the warriors got to the king told them of a quest of bravery and courage. Bravery and courage. Definitely got Definitely two great aspects. They went on the king's quest. The quest was to defeat the four fiends of elements and get the crystals. Then, with all the crystals, they could go to the ruler of evil, Golbez. Yes, Golbez is evil. Pure evil. As you see, Golbez is a man, not Kefka. Kefka didn't even make the roll. Didn't even make the roll cut here. So the four warriors set off to get the crystals and destroy Golbez. So let's see. We begin our story on to chapter 1, and that was the prologue. Finding a ship. So next page. Ooh, let's see. That looks pretty cool. So let's see. What did we do? So the four warriors, they went to the weapon shop to get some weapons. Brian, the leader of the warriors, to equip anything. So it's just like Dragon Warrior, where our hero could pretty much equip everything. He has like all the best stuff because hey, he's our hero. He's so badass. So Brian's hero. He could pretty much equip anything he wants. And it's cool. So let's see. What do we have here? We have a fire sword. It's worth 100 gold to sell for 75 gold. So you sell it for 3/4 of the original amount, and it has an attack of 70. And let's see what it can shoot. Fire from it. So it's a pretty cool weapon. You can shoot fire with a fire sword. Hey, it's something I would definitely like to have around on a daily basis. I actually have a lightning sword at my house, so it's not too useful. I'd rather have the fire sword. Like I go around town like with the lightning sword all the time, like firing at people, but I guess people don't like it too much. And then to the right, it says who can equip it. We have Brian, I guess. BR for Brian. It looks like Brian can equip it twice. I don't know why. Next is the fighter. And then I think the red mage can equip it. Unfortunately, the white mage cannot equip it. So let's see. Once again, Brian, the leader of the warriors, can equip with anything. They had 1,000 gold, so we were pretty rich back then. It was pretty nice. We were living the high life. Brian got the fire sword that was worth 100 gold, or gil, depending on where you're from. The fighter, Jason, got the thorn whips. That was 75 gil, and we're going down to the thorn whip, and is that from Final Fantasy? No, that's from Dragon Warrior. So we got the thorn whip here. 75 gold, 40 gold, sorry, it costs 75 gold. You sell it for 40 gold. It has 69 attack. 69, baby. And it just stretch 7 feet. So it had a long range on it. So our guy just stand in the back and hit people with it. Now this was back in the day where I didn't even know or understand what the back row was. And you'll see soon enough. So this thorn whip could be equipped by Brian and the fighter. Now I'm kind of curious, why did I not buy another fire sword for Jason? Well, the reason being is that Jason does not deserve the fire sword. He's not cool enough. He's not cool like me. Let's see, what else happened? Let's see, the red Kyle and the white Peter mages got the thunder staff. It cost 100 gold, so it was pretty expensive as well. So our red mage is called Kyle, and our white mage is called Peter. And they were also classmates of mine. So that's why they made it into this. I remember them from the back in the day. And I believe Peter, well, yeah, Peter is actually going to the same college as I am. Interesting. Haven't seen him in forever. So let's see. We did the thorn whip. We now have the thunder staff, or staff of thunder, and I believe this is from Dragon Warrior 2. The staff of thunder, awesome item. You can pretty much glitch yourself with it and keep on sell it and keep on going back and getting more and making lots and lots of money. So this thing costs 100 gil, and you can sell it for 70 gil, and it has 70 attack power. And it can shoot lightning bolts. Now this thing's pretty badass. Like, who wouldn't want this? Like, you just shoot lightning bolts, and you can have a lot of fun. So once again, Brian can equip it. Since he can equip everything, he's a badass. Red mage can equip it, and white mage. Next page. So let's see, we decided to leave town, begin our journey, go check things out, and oh shit! What the fuck is this? So now they're heading to get their ship, and they found a T-Rex. Oh my god, aren't the T-Rex like natives to the natives of the desert around the Mirage Tower? Oh no, it's a T-Rex. This thing has 30 gold and 30 health. So for all the enemies, gold and health is the same exact thing. He has 90 experience points and treasure wings. Treasure wings. What the fuck does that mean? Oh my god. I think we might have to actually dictionary.com this shit. Treasure.wings. So this guy is pretty easy, I guess. Maybe it's a baby dinosaur. Maybe it's like one of those Dilophosaurus things. I don't know. So we got our party here, and as I mentioned, I didn't know about rows back in the day, but hey, look at that. Someone's in the back row. So at the top, it seems like our red mage is our leader of the party right now, followed by our fighter, who's in second. Then in the back row is our white mage, who has a pretty nifty hat for a white mage. And then below her, is our hero, Brian, with the fire sword. We're going to burn this baby down to the ground. So let's see what happened. They killed the T-Rex. The T-Rex is dead. Is this thing still recording? I hope so. Okay. Okay, so we killed the T-Rex, then what happened? So we finally made it to town. We finally made it found the port. And, oh my god, we get ambushed again. We had to fight the Black Knights. You know what they say. When you meet someone black, you always have to bring them down. They're pretty much useless, and, well, you get in the way. And they're probably all criminals, too. So, we gotta take out the black people. And the way that we're dressed, we're probably members of the KKK. Once again, no racial comments. Just messing around. So, let's see. We took on the Black Knights, and I guess we defeated them. And, hey, looks like our white mage decided to go down to the bottom row right behind Zero. Hopefully the white mage is a female. Hey, you never know. So, the white mage is down there. So, let's see. This Black Knight has 450 gold and life, 500 experience points, and treasure ship and knight sword. Treasure. Does that mean treasure? Like goodies and stuff that you find in chests? Like treasure ship and knight sword? How did I screw that one up? Oh my god. So we took them on. We killed them. They killed them and they got the ship and the knight sword. So what is this knight sword? This thing looks pretty badass and it's all black. Better watch out when we carry that thing. People might mistake us for a black person and say, hey, you're going to pull your ship over carrying a black sword there. Now, if you were carrying a white sword, hey, we wouldn't care too much. So, let's see. Knight sword. Get it from the knight. It is worth one. I think we sell it for 1,000 gil, and it costs 200 gil. Or, it has 200 attack power, and it could make a dark cloud over the monster and make it hard for him to see. So I guess it causes cast surround or something like that. Surround. What else? What are the other ones? Confused? Nah, it's not confused. Dark. Something like that. So it casts dark. It was a pretty useful weapon. Good status. One of those good status ailment items. Crowd control items, I guess. Something like that. And once again to be equipped by Brian and the fighter. Now I don't really know who actually equipped this. I don't think it says. So we got the ship, now what? We're on to Chapter 2, Fiend of the Earth. Oh my god. Oh shit! What the fuck is that thing? Looks mean, looks badass. And we got, looks like there's a lot of cool equipment there. So let's see, our heroes, they set sail for the first fiend, the Fiend of the Earth! They made it to the island. The 4 warriors went to town. They got some, blah blah blah, they got some equipment. They got some armor, so let's see, what do they sell in this town? To the left we have our I guess our Fiend of the Earth named Karnat. I think it has 2,000, either 2,000 or 20,000 gold and life, hit points, 4,010 experience points. And once again, we got that word treasure. Treasure is the Earth Crystal. So we gotta defeat this thing to get the Earth Crystal. And let's see, what kind of armor do we have here? We have, let's see, everyone. So it seems like everyone can equip this armor. All the equipment. So let's see, we have missile armor. Now that thing looks pretty badass. You have I don't know, it's a blue armor with missiles where your breasts are, where your boobs are. Interesting. Pretty sweet. Pretty nice to have. Wish my girlfriend had missile armor on her. So this thing costs 500 gil, sells for 100, I guess. Don't die on me. 200 defense, and it can shoot missiles. So, pretty useful, I guess. Shoot armor that can shoot missiles. Next is the life helmet. It is worth 200 gil. Sell for 79, I guess, or 99. It has 10 defense, and it can give people life. The power of life, baby! And finally, we have the ice shield. It's worth 50 gil, pretty cheap. 20 sell for 20 gil, and it has 40 defense. So we got the ice shield. It's blue, does this ice, and it reflects fire. Nice. Something I always wanted in my inventory. Something to reflect fire on my daily basis. So let's see, we bought the armor. They got shields, helmets, capes, and armor. So I guess, hey, everyone can equip everything. Cool. It's nice. So they saved their quest so they know what they were already did. This is so stupid. I always joke about this, like this stupid logic. Like when you're playing games, you talk to like some NPCs and they say, press this button to do this, and they say, if I was in that game, I'd say, press what button? I'm a freaking person here. Why would I press the button? What am I saving? Oh my god. So I guess we saved our quest. So just in case if this story ever caught on fire, we will actually know where we left off at. So we saved the quest, and I guess we decided to take a break. Then we came back, turned it back on. At least it didn't get corrupted. You know how that used to be. So let's see what happened. Then the four heroes left the town and headed towards the Earth Cave that led to the Earth Fiend. When they found the Earth Fiend, she was a little hard. Ooh, she was hard, baby. Where? Hard in the nipples? Nice, baby. But they killed her and they got the Earth Crystal. So we destroyed her, took her crystal, and now we're thieves. Well, we've been thieves since we took the ship from that Black Knight and his sword. Like, what did he ever do to us? I think we were the antagonists there. So then when they got out, they had to go to the town of the elves. When they got there, they put the crystal on the ground, and it made the whole island nice. The whole island a nice island. So we put the crystal on the ground, and it brought life back to the island. So originally it was like barren wasteland, I guess, and now it's flourishing. It's an arboretum, or I don't know what the other word is. And now I'm amazed that I actually wrote this. Like back in the day, I never actually read anything. I don't even think I really paid too much attention to the strategy guide other than the pictures. So this is amazing how I actually comprehended this somehow. So it seems like we have finished the Earth Crystal quest. What's up ahead? Finding the airship! Yes! My favorite part. And the most annoying part in the entire game. Because you gotta go through that stupid ice cave. But the ice cave doesn't make an appearance in this story as far as I know. We shall see. So what happened next? So let's see. The four warriors set sail once again. They headed towards the island of Fire and Ice. I actually went to a restaurant up in Providence called Fire and Ice. It was pretty interesting. It was a buffet-like place where you like pick out your items, you give it to the guy, and he like stir-fry cooks it right in front of you. Sort of like hibachi, I guess. So they were looking for the airship and the Fiend of Fire and the crystal. So there we have our ship. It's a pretty nifty looking ship. It's got 2 sails. It's brown. I think it has some cannons. And I think that black thing is a dock or something. And we're heading towards Rainbow Island. Who lives here? Rainbow Bright? Maybe, maybe not. So what happened next? Oh wow. The monster is Torch. When they made it to Torch, he was difficult to kill. But they killed him anyways, because he's a torch. And the boss looks like the red flame from The Legends of Zelda. Nifty, huh? Torch. Look at that thing. And it looks like he has torches for hands, torches for feet. And he probably has the flame sword, just like our hero did. So let's see. Torch, he has, oh my, look at that. 20,000 hit points. And we get 20,000 gold. Get 40,000 experience from him, and he gets the fire crystal, and his name is Torch. Or he gives a torch. I don't know. So we took on Torch, we defeated him, and now we have the fire crystal. When they got out, they had to get their airship. So how do we get the airship? It just magically appeared. When they got the airship, it was Easietta, Easy yes to use because there was no monsters in the sky. So this was pretty useful ship because hey, fly in the sky. We're lazy. We don't want to fight enemies anymore, so we're flying around in the sky. We can go anywhere we want. Check out new things. We like look down on people. Check out the babes on the beach. Maybe pull up alongside. Hey, what up, bitch? You want to get on my airship? It's fun. It's a nice ride. Let's see. So let's see. Airship. It is able to fly. No ship, motherfucker. So let's see. Now they're headed. They are headed towards the tail. Yeah, I don't know. Since bad grammar, regardless. I really hope this thing's still recorded. It looks like it. Yeah, I hope I'm not going too long. Okay, so they headed towards the tail. Chapter 4, the tail. Yes, baby. Moving on along. Can I turn the page? Ooh, what is that? Is that the tail? It kind of looks like a wing to me. What do you people think? I think it looks like a wing. Then when the warriors got to the cave where the monster wanted the tail, and we're going to assume that the monster is Bahamut, the dragon thing. The monster was mean. He was pretty mean to us. He called us names and said, "Fuck you, asshole. You don't have a tail. Get out of my lair." We started crying. I believe one of our party members decided to like slit their throats or hang themselves. Let's not joke around suicide. Suicide is bad. So then the monster told the 4 warriors where the tail was. Where was it, you say? It was at this awesome castle, surrounded by mountains with snow caps, and it was a pretty sunny day out. So we had to head to this castle. So we don't call this a castle of ordeals. Then when they got to the castle, they had to do another quest. Ah, fuck this shit. Another quest, man. I just want to take a break, go home, masturbate, you know, watch some porn. But, gotta go on a quest. The quest was to defeat the slimes and get the tail. Slimes, huh? What, like blue slimes from Dragon Warrior? When they got to the slimes, so I guess it's one slime. The slime was a little difficult, but they killed it anyways, and they got the tail. So I guess this difficult slime was difficult, but we still managed to defeat it, and we got the tail from it. Sweet. They brought the tail to the monster, and the monster made the warriors more powerful. So now we upgraded. We're like all grown up now. Brian is still Brian, I guess. Our fighter is now Knight. The red mage is a red wizard, and the white mage is a white wizard. On to the next chapter. Fiend of Water, Chapter 5. Who might we go up against? We shall soon see enough. I have troubles changing these pages. Then they went to the next chapter. So, hey, cool. We left the castle and we just walked over to a chapter. That can make sense, right? Now they're heading towards the Fiend of Water. When they made it to the island, the warriors went to town again. We were boozing it up in town, messing around, staying out late, you know, dancing, doing all sort of that shit, clubbing, picking up bitches and hoes, showing them my sword, showing them my awesome airship. Then they went to the waterfall, and that's where we are. As you can see, the canals there from Final Fantasy 1. We got the town to the east, that black thing, grass, mountains. I don't know what the black stuff is, but hey, when they got there, they went into the waterfall, but they were just drifting downstream. But then they fell in a pit. Oh no! Fell in a pit. Not cool, man. When they fell in, they had to go from the 4th floor to the 1st floor. And what is that? It looks like a freaking blue banana or a penis. Oh god. It's called Wave. It's got, oh, look at the health. 100,000 health. And you only get 20,000 experience from this. The last enemy gave us 40,000, I believe. And we get treasure crystal. So we get a crystal from this thing. Yeah, I guess it sort of looks like a wave in my opinion. So we had to go from the 4th floor to the 1st floor, then back down, and all that sort of shit. When they made it to floor 1, they found the Fiend of Water. The Fiend was also difficult, but they killed him anyway and got the crystal. I wonder if we use the fire sword on it, like, burn it to hell. Burn you down, water. Now they're heading towards the last fiend, the Fiend of Wind. So, leaving the water area and heading towards the Fiend of Wind. The Final Crystal, Chapter 6. Let's see. Ooh. Long here. Then the warriors landed on a new island. When they arrived on the island, they almost fell in the sea. Oh shit, how did we almost fall in the sea? We were probably drinking too much, out partying, as we said in the previous page, and we probably almost fell off of the ship. Sounds like you're boozing too much, trying to save the world. It's a stressful job. They almost fell in the sea because it was so windy. Ah, so that's the reason, huh? It's pretty windy out. I wonder why it's windy here. They knew the wind could be here because he likes wind and there's a lot of wind here. Pretty nice deduction there. Let's see. The four warriors went to a town to get items, weapons, armor, and house to stay in overnight. So we got a house, place to sleep, and we got some new equipment. Pretty nice. But what equipment do we get? Well, we don't know. Probably something cool. Probably not. Then the next day, after just lazying about in town once again, the warriors set out for the final fiend, the Fiend of Wind. Then the warriors found the cave where the Fiend of Wind lives. Now, wasn't he like the Mirage Tower or something like that? Not a cave. And the way to the Fiend was difficult. They're at the Fiend, so I guess we made it there finally. And oh wow, this guy looks like a badass motherfucker. Looks like a tornado thing, probably like the tornado creature from Final Fantasy IV. And the Tower is that. And let's see, Wind has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 million. 2 million health, and oh, that's a lot of experience points there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 30 billion, 30 trillion, 30. We got 30 trillion gold, I think. And we get the crystal, so pretty badass if we kill this thing, but it's probably gonna be tough. So they're at the Fiend. He's really, really hard to kill, as we could tell. Hey, he's Wind. How are we supposed to defeat Wind? But they killed him anyways. And now they're heading towards Golbez, the final battle. Chapter 7, Battle against Golbez. The final confrontation. The final frontier. Let's see. Next page. Next page. Try to turn the page. Having troubles here. Damn old paper. Okay. So now they're heading towards the Migrate Tower, where they'll be beamed to where Golbez lives. This is so wrong in so many ways. So it's supposed to be the Mirage Tower, and we're supposed to be beamed up to where the Fiend of the Wind is, not down to where Golbez is. When they got there, they had to go from floor 1 to floor 4. So there's four floors in this tower. When they got to the 4th floor, they had to fight Robot, and they killed him. So, poor Robot. What did he ever do to us? Hopefully it's not the robot from Chrono Trigger. That would be sad. Now they're heading towards the Temple of the Fiends in Golbez. So, I guess we left this tower, and we went to the Temple of Fiends. Or the Chaos Castle. They had to kill the Fiends, and they killed them. So once again, we had to refight the Fiends, go through a boss gauntlet, and we killed them. We did a pretty good job here. Oh my god! That's Golbez. Striking resemblance, huh? And we don't know how much hit points he has, how much experience, or what he gives us. So this is Golbez. Now, they went in the room, and they found Golbez. We were having a big fight. Come on, Jay! Hit him! Hi-ya! Jay took 50 points. Here I come! Hi-ya! This is so sad. He took 1,000 hearts. The 2 wizards hit him, and he hit them too. So the 2 wizards hit Golbez, and Golbez counterattacked the wizards. Then Jason and Brian crossed the streams and put their weapons together, and they hit him, and they killed him. Golbez is defeated once and for all. But Kyle and Peter died. This is so funny. I can't believe they both died. No wonder why they're not on the feature on the title page. Poor Peter and Kyle. So Kyle and Peter died. So Brian and Jason lived happily ever after. So what is this? Like we like got married or something? That's so sad. So disturbing. So that is our story. That is the Final Fantasy, the Brian DeMott method of the Brian method of Final Fantasy. So that is the end. Hoping people enjoyed the story. I know I sure did. Now let's see. Back in the day, as I was saying, I came up with a certain fantasy in my head. Yeah, I was pretty big on fantasy, as I said, and it incorporated a lot of aspects from various video games. Like, of course, major ones were like Final Fantasy, with the four elements: Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, and all the cool equipment from Final Fantasy. There's also Final Fantasy 4 with let's see. Oh yeah, and also the airships from Final Fantasy and the ships. There's Final Fantasy 4 with Gobez. He made an appearance, and Tower Babel. And I wonder if there was anything else from Final Fantasy 4. I'm unsure. Final Fantasy 6, I kind of like took the idea of Kefka's Tower and I made my own like super awesome tower. It's pretty badass, even though I still need to finish it after like I don't know what, like 20 years. I need to finish it still. But the tower's pretty badass. I love the tower. There's also my hero, which we're going to go over soon enough. Let's see what other aspects. I also took things from The Legend of Zelda, like the Triforce, Master Sword, the Four Pendants, Courage, Wisdom, and Power. Incorporated that into my fantasy story. What else? Mega Man X. The stuff from Mega Man X played a major, crucial role in my story because I took the aspects of Mega Man X and all that cool armor upgrades, and that was like my standard battle armor for like just going around town, just helping people out. I also had a secret identity. Like back in the day, like I'm a normal student by day, hero by night. Bad things happen in school, transform and save the day. It's pretty cool. Zero was also there. Zero was actually my brother. So Zero played the role of my brother, and well, but the thing is that we didn't really know that we were brothers. He was like in a Speed Racer where that what's his face guy always helped out Speed Racer, but they never knew that they were brothers. And also Sigma played a very major role in it. Sigma was the main antagonist, and I think the story behind Sigma was that he was actually a friend of ours back in medieval times, and some sort of witch hexed him, and he became like an evil person. And then, well, we were born in the past. I was like the chosen hero, of course, and there was this time rift, and we were transported into the future. So we started in like medieval times. We were transported back to present day, like the 80s. And that's where like the whole thing like took off. And let's see, we got airships and stuff like that. And then there was a Super Metroid. So yeah, Super Metroid, and I just took the ideas of like the battle armor, like her battle armor. The awesome shoulder pads. So there was two armors. There was the Mega Man armor, and then there was like my super awesome battle armor. Like the final equipment armor, and I definitely love that picture of mine. Maybe I'll scan it someday and show you people. But yeah, I was going around saving people, text message, saving people, protecting the peace, protecting my town. Oh yeah, I also forgot. From I think the Ghostbusters field home I played a role in, and I definitely know that the Back to the Future car, DeLorean, was in it. And it was able to fly and it had weapons. I also lived alone. I had a secret like underground layer where my airship was. Pretty cool airship. I actually drew an awesome picture of it, but somehow it disappeared on me. Maybe it'll show up someday, just like this story did. But a lot of cool things happened back in the story. Usually it was based on day-to-day basis. But that's enough about that. I actually want to like write a story about. I turned into a story, but unfortunately, as I said, I kind of forgot a lot of the things that happened in it. So sad. But I hope you people enjoyed the story. Hope you had fun. Hope you had a lot of laughs. Make sure you cry for what were the names? Kyle and Peter. And they probably died because they're the Black Party members. The Black people always die. Always die first. But once again, thank you for listening, and hope to see you people soon. This has been Brian D0313 saying, see ya, and have a good day.